All right, we are live on YouTube. Hi, everyone, and on Facebook also. Hello, hello. We are at a different angle today, so let me know if all is good. I'll give it a couple minutes, but it is Wednesday, which means it is baking day. And if you're hopping on, say hi. I know I'm cut off a little bit. Let me turn it up. There we go. Hi. And if you're on Facebook, say hi. Awesome. Today we're making paleo brownies. They're also vegan. Hey, Melissa, you're ready. Awesome. Melissa's excited because these are also vegan and you've had them before. These are really, really good. So I used to make a different brownie recipe, but then I came across this one a couple months ago, not that long ago, and I tried it and it was instantly really good. So I've made it a couple times, but definitely a great recipe. So we shifted angles in the kitchen because, hey, Andrew, because we do need the stove top, okay, for today because we're going to be melting the chocolate, and all some other things in it also. So there's quite a few steps to this one. But yeah, so I'll give it a couple minutes. Melissa, you're ready. Anybody else that is joining for the baking, let me know. I know some of you are going to be making them for Mother's Day weekend, which is awesome. So before we get started, let's go over the ingredients that you need, okay, just to recap. Because I have them all over here. So we need almond flour, okay? We need cacao powder. We need coconut sugar. Hey, Harisha. Yeah, I know you're just watching. You'll make it later. Coconut sugar, flax seeds, coconut oil, almond butter, baking soda, salt, maple syrup, and, well, of course, chocolate. I forgot to say chocolate, baking chocolate. Of course, you know, with the chocolate, you can just, if you want to go for the soy-free, dairy-free, all that, the better. If you have just regular chocolate, you know, up to you how you go for it, if you want dark chocolate or not. So that's what we're going to use, and we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do is actually we're going to prepare the flax eggs. So flax eggs, this was one of my first times actually doing it. You could use eggs instead. I've never tried it with the eggs for this recipe, but of course using the flax seeds, you use that as a replacement for the eggs, and that makes them vegan, okay? So first you're gonna get your flax seeds, and how many do we need? We need 2 tablespoons of flax seeds for this, okay? So I have my flax seeds, seeds, not like grinded, okay? That's how we're using them. And we're gonna put them in a little bowl, okay? And you're just gonna set them with water, okay? So 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. And then you're going to mix it with 5 tablespoons of water, okay? So flax seeds. And I'm going to grab, I do not do tap water because I don't drink tap water. So I use spring water, whatever you're using, 5 tablespoons of water, okay? And then you're just going to let that mix in. So those 5 tablespoons. Whoops, mine spilled a little bit. Did you guys see that? No, I don't think that part was on camera. Oh, on Facebook, maybe. It's a little hard actually to do it from here. Okay, that's good. 5. Now just mix it a little bit, and you're just going to let it sit, okay? And you're just going to leave them aside. This is just first step. So this is called flax eggs. So you're gonna let them sit for a while, okay? What did Madeline say? Flax meal works too. Okay, flax meal works too. I've never made things with flax meal. I usually do go for the eggs, like I said. So you do have more experience with that as a vegan. Now we're gonna turn on the oven. See, I didn't forget this time. Progress, right? So we're gonna turn on baking to 350, and just let that start baking. Okay, start heating up. And now what we're going to do is we are going to combine all the dry ingredients in a bowl, okay? So use a medium, biggish bowl. I like, if you have big, just go for big. That way there's less like room to make a mess and no chance of not having space, okay? So with the bowl, we are going to put all the dry ingredients. So what do we have? So I have here my list of things. We're going to start with the almond flour, okay? We're going to put half a cup. So I have my measuring things here. And we're going to start with half a cup of almond flour. So get your almond flour. I have big bag almond flour. This lasts me, well, not that long, especially if I'm making chocolate chip cookies, because the chocolate chip cookies do use up a lot. I'll do them here, that way you guys can see me. Okay? So half a cup of almond flour, not almond meal, that's different, okay? So here's my half a cup. Pour that in. Okay. Then we're going to go for the cacao powder, and that is a third a cup. Okay. So I go for raw cacao powder, unsweetened. This is the one I use. I also bought it at Costco, and it lasts me a long time. And that you're doing 1/3 a cup. And if you're baking with me and you're getting lost, if you're like falling behind, let me know, and I will slow down. So 1/3 the cacao. This one does splash a little bit, make this a little powdery. So put that in, okay? Then we're gonna do baking soda. How you guys doing? These are so good, you guys. Like, if you're not making them right now, you have to make them another time, okay? So we're gonna do the baking soda and then the coconut sugar. So baking, Melissa, good? Okay, awesome. Baking soda, how much are we using for this? We're doing half a teaspoon. 1/2 Tbsp, okay? So get your half teaspoon and put that in the bowl. All the dry ingredients go in there, okay? And then we're gonna do the coconut sugar, and that we're using 2/3 a cup, okay? So this is the one I use. Fun fact, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this brand, but hi Wilbur, one of the Sport and Health members, and he also did Personal 20. He's the owner of this company. So he does coconut sugar, he does coconut oil. It's Sal. It's his company. So very, they're very into like where they get their ingredients from and the purity and everything. So I get his. I found it at Giant. Where else? They even have like actually like TJ Maxx. I found it once at too. So anyways, 2/3 a cup. I said, right? So 2/3. I know it's a lot. I know. If you want to just like not top it off too much, you can go a little less. But it's 2/3. Because it is sweet, right? Okay, that's 2/3 for me. I like to make sure. And pour that in also. Okay? And then we're going for salt. And we're doing 1/4 a teaspoon. Okay? And we're making the brownies. I have my Celtic sea salt. You guys have seen me use it. And we're going for 1/4 here. All right. And while we're doing this, if you have any ideas of what you want for next week, let me know. Because I'm kind of running out. Because I never thought we would have to do this so many Wednesdays in a row of being home. I am making carrot cake this weekend for Mother's Day, which is delicious. And we've talked about it a lot. It's like, but it's a big cake. It has icing and there's a lot to it. But I don't know, maybe we could do that. Or do you guys have any other suggestions? Okay, think about it. So we have all the dry ingredients, okay? You can mix them in here. I hope we don't forget any. This is what mine's looking like. So just mix it. Nothing. Make sure the coconut sugar, sometimes it crumbles up. So make sure you like uncrumble it. Just press into it. And now we're going to start melting the chocolate on the stovetop. Okay? So we leave that aside. I'm leaving that there. And we're going to go for, you need a pot. I go for a little one. It doesn't require that much to start melting my chocolate. So go get that. And what we're going to do that with the saucepan is we're going to melt the chocolate. Okay? So I was at the grocery store. I usually get the one that's 90%. They were out of that one, so this is the only one that they had. So I'm going to use this one. It's 60% bittersweet chocolate for baking. The higher the better, personally. I know some people, I really like dark chocolate. But this was the only one they had of the baking. So that's what I'm going to go for. My bar is a 4-ounce bar, and you need 3 ounces. 3 ounces is how much you want to put in there, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just opening up my bar. If you have a thing to measure 3 ounces, I guess you could. But, so mine comes in, hold on, mine broke, but I'll show you in 1 second. So this is my whole bar, 4 ounces. So I'm going to just leave out 2 squares, okay? So I'm not going to put in 2, and that is 3 ounces, okay? So this stays behind. I can eat it. No, I'm not going to eat it now because this is already a lot of chocolate. But you can, okay? So 3 ounces. You're going to turn it on, but on low heat, okay? Or medium, not too high. Just go for medium first, and then you can drop it to low. And we're going to let it start melting. And then once it's melted, we're going to stir in the almond butter, okay? So while it's slowly melting, go ahead and measure your almond butter, okay? You need 1/3 a cup. I use this almond butter. I'm try to make sure, you're using what you're using, but try avoiding almond butter that has sugar and other ingredients in it. So 1/3 a cup, it's the one you used for the cacao. Mine looks like that because that's what you used for the cacao. And I'm going to fill up my almond butter. This is a fresh one I just opened. So it's a little more runny because you know how the oil goes up. I did mix it a little bit, but I'm going to mix it a little more, and then I'm going to fill up my 1/3. And my chocolate is slowly starting. I'm just going to pour it in. My chocolate is slowly starting to melt, so I'm just going to do this. Love almond butter so much. You could use a different almond butter. Wow, I didn't make a mess. Did you guys see that? Oh, you can barely see it. You could use any other butter, I guess. But almond butter is the one they recommend. You could try peanut butter or cashew butter, but almond butter is my go-to, and it's the one it calls for, okay? So, is your chocolate melting? There's my chocolate starting to melt a little bit, slowly melting. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, just because we do. And then I'm going to break up my chocolate, okay? And see how it's starting to melt? You guys see that? It's starting. See? Yeah? So you want to fully let that melt, and then we're going to add the almond butter, and then we're going to add in all the other liquid ingredients in here also, okay? So if you're just waiting for that, we could start measuring the other liquid ingredients, but make sure you're stirring it well, the chocolate, okay? Next, we will measure the coconut oil. So if you have your coconut oil handy, my chocolate is melting pretty good. The coconut oil, we are going to use 1/4 a cup, okay? So 1/4 a cup, the small one. The big coconut oil, because you obviously see that I use it a lot. You guys doing good? I hope you guys are following along. There's a lot of steps. I warned you guys that there was a lot of steps. Don't forget about the chocolate, though. I'm going to turn mine now to low, okay, as it is really going for the melting. If yours is already fully melted, go ahead and add the almond butter. And you want to really mix it well. But make sure your chocolate is fully melted before you add the almond butter, okay? It should be nice and smooth. And I hope you're using a chocolate bar, not the chips, because the chips, when they melt, it doesn't usually melt very well. You usually have to add oil to it immediately. You see, it's fully melted. Yeah? So now I'm going to add my almond butter in, okay? Voila. I have my spoon with almond butter so I can make sure it all goes in. And you're going to keep stirring it. And then once you're done really stirring it, we'll go to the next thing. Hope you guys are following along. And if you're just watching, I hope I'm making you hungry, jealous. I don't know. Not jealous, but tempted to want to make it. Okay? So now stir that almond butter in. Oh, it should be nice and smooth. Oh, yeah, that looks good, you guys. All right. See, baking is like so enjoyable and relaxing, de-stressing. You guys know I love it. Okay, so now leave it on low, like super low, okay? I'm just leaving my spoon like that. Don't judge me. And we're going to measure the 1/3 of almond butter, of coconut oil, right? 1/4 I said. 1/4, right? You have that small one. Okay, let me roll my sleeve up so I don't get coconut oil all over myself, my arm. And once you've measured out the 1/4 coconut oil, you're going to add that to the chocolate, okay? So make sure you got 1/4 of that. If you don't like the taste of it, you want to go for the unrefined one. I'm fine with coconut oil. To me, it's never like an issue to taste coconutty, but I know it is for some, right? So once you have that 1/4, you're going to go ahead and stir that in. And stir in the coconut oil, okay? Make sure, though, that it's still smooth, okay? And add in the coconut oil. Where's my spoon with the almond butter? I'm just going to use that. And your heat is still on low. By this point, we can turn it off, honestly. If you want, you can turn it off. I like leaving it on just on low. And once you've got all that in, we're going to add the vanilla, okay? Vanilla extract. How much do we need? We need 1 teaspoon. Vanilla. Okay? The coconut oil will slowly start to melt on its own. You guys following? Yeah? Sorry, I'm like super concentrated on this today. It's requiring a little bit of work. Also because I don't know this recipe by heart like a lot of other ones I know. So 1 teaspoon, 1 Tbsp of vanilla. Add that in, okay? Your coconut oil should be melting, right? Stir it a little bit. And then we're going to add the maple syrup also. How much maple syrup? 1/4. So what you use for the coconut oil, you will use, if you don't need to clean it, you can use the same one for your maple syrup, okay? So I'm going to pour that in. I hope I have enough in here. Well, I have another tub, but yeah, I have enough. Okay? Pour that in also. So we have the coconut oil, vanilla, maple syrup, of course with the chocolate and almond butter from earlier, right? And I think that is all our ingredients. And then we have more chips still, but that's after. All right. So stir all that. Let me get this out of the way. And then I have the chips. Okay, mix that well. Go ahead and turn it off. Okay? By now. And just make sure it's all melted. So it should be pretty runny, right? Make sure there's no little pieces of coconut oil if there are. Because it didn't fully melt. Make sure it does. I need to melt mine a little bit. And that should be smelling good, right? Mine smells good. Okay, so let's see. That is all good. Let me just run through it, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, then of course, we need to add, see, good thing I checked. Now, remember the flax seeds we had? I totally forgot about those. So the flax seeds, you're going to pour those into the chocolate now, okay? So if you need to mix them a little bit, you see how they got like soft, right? And like they expanded a little bit because of the water. So go ahead and pour that into the chocolate. Okay, now that's the ingredients. And then we're going to pour all of this. I know they get stuck a little bit. We're going to mix that again. Mix it well. I got more flax seeds. There we go. And then once it's all really well mixed, then we will be adding that to the dry ingredients. So mix the flax seeds in really well. If I had forgotten to put the flax seeds, that would have been a disaster. Oh, that smells good. Okay, is yours all nice and mixed? I'll show you mine. You see? Ta-da! Yum, yum, yum. Okay, now let me make sure I'm good on all that. Yep, smooth and combined. Now, we are gonna pour this, the liquid, into the dry ingredients and mix it all really well, okay? So, should I come? No, you guys can see me from there. Okay, good. So, pour these in to the dry ingredients. Oh, yeah. Chocolate on chocolate. And remember, we still have the chocolate chips, right, to add in. We should have those. Okay. I have a little scraper because I'm going to get it all in, right? Not leaving any. So pour that into the dry ingredients. And by now your oven is ready. So we're almost there. Then we need to mix it all together, okay? So if you've done that, now mix that all together. Mix it all. Let me put this over here. It's hot. Okay? And now just you're going to stir in the wet ingredients with the dry. And you want to really make sure they get well mixed. And it should be looking chocolatey. Yes. And if you're making it with the egg, you got to let me know how that turns out because I've not done it with the egg. I should try it with the egg though. Okay, make sure you get the bottom too, right? You want to really mix it all well. Mix it, mix it, mix it. Okay, once you've gotten that well mixed now, we have our chocolate chips, okay? Mine are mini ones. I mistakenly got the mini ones. I've said it in my other lives. I usually use the Enjoy Life chips because they're dairy-free, gluten-free, blah, blah, blah. Like allergy-free, allergy-friendly, whatever. But any chips you can use, of course. So how much of chips are we using? We are using 1/3 a cup. So where's our 1/3? Was that the almond butter one? Yeah, that's the almond butter one. I'm going to use it with almond butter. So pour in your chips. If you don't have chips, you can chop up chocolate. You know, I had some left. You could do that. So measure that out. And 1/3. And we're going to mix that in. And while it's still hot, they're going to kind of melt together. It's going to be delish. Okay? Mine are mini. All right. So pour that in. And mine got stuck, of course, because they had almond butter, but that's okay. Just scoop them in. Okay. So once you've added those chips, mix them. Stir it together. All right. Things are looking a little messy here. You guys can't see the mess, I hope. And they should be melting in. Somewhat. Not fully melting, but oh yeah. Okay, so this is my batter. Let me show you. So it's pretty sticky, okay? Hey. All right, so we got that. And I know it's not as running as usually batter will be, but just bear with me. Hey, Joni. Hey, Christoph. We're making the brownies. Now, we need to put, I already have my dish. It's an 8x8, okay? Glass, so get whatever. And you're going to put parchment paper, okay? I already have mine. So go and grab your dish. Get your parchment paper. Don't just put the batter on here. You need that parchment paper, okay? So I'll give you a minute to do that. And then we're going to put the batter in here. And then that's it, guys. So if you're there, you're doing it. Mine isn't fully flat yet, but it'll flatten. I'm just going to pour the batter in. There we go. All right. So see, it like really easily like came out. You see how clean my bowl looks? That looks pretty perfect, right, guys? Ta-da! Okay. So now you want to flatten out the dough, okay? On the parchment paper. And I know it's a little sticky. It's not like very runny, like I said. So just do your best with whatever you can. Even with hands if you need to. My parchment paper is kind of getting in the way. Get out of the way. And then once you've flattened it out, then you're going to just put it in the oven if you're at 350. Okay? And that is it. So flatten it out like I am. Can you guys see me? Oh, not really. But there we go. Okay. Hey. Okay, so this is mine. You see? Smells delicious. Okay, so now we're going to put it in the oven. Your oven should be at 350, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And now I'm going to time it. It's you want to cook it for about 20 minutes, okay? Might be a couple more. Might go up to 23 or 25. So let me go ahead and time it before I just keep talking and forget to time it, okay? So it's at 20 minutes. Melissa, is yours in the oven? Because I know you're doing it at the same time with me. I know some of you like to do it with replays and with the instructions that I will post. So put that in, and then 20 to 25, let me see. Anything else I need to say about it? No, well then, before you cut it, because it had the coconut oil, don't cut them right away, okay? It's important that you let them cool first. For a little bit. Yes, good, Melissa. Awesome. So after that time, after 20 minutes, check with a toothpick if they're set in the middle, right? I like them like really gooey. I don't like them like overcooked. Just in general, I like things a little bit on like the shorter time. So I'll probably take mine out at 20 minutes. Your Mother's Day gift, Connie. I don't know if they're going to make it till Sunday. Sorry. Your Mother's Day, we're making carrot cake, remember? My goodness. So yeah, so bring it out, check it with a toothpick, make sure it's set, and then let it cool before you cut them up. And it doesn't make like that much. It's not like a huge amount of brownie, but that's what it is. So I hope you like it. Let me know how it was. Send me a picture after. And yeah, those are the brownies. They are seriously really good. So I made them the first time for the team. We had a party. We're always doing food team parties. They're the best. Because we all love food. Who doesn't? Seriously. That's why we work out. And the team loved them, and they were vegan, so our vegan colleagues were able to eat them, and they were just really good. And then I made them again. It was Christophe's birthday, like a week later, and I made another batch, and these are like my new go-to brownies. They're from Paleo Running Mama. I've mentioned her before. She's awesome, so follow her if you want to. I'm making my own Mother's Day gift. There you go, Melissa. Your own Mother's Day gift. I love that. Christophe said you love them, so go ahead and make them too. And yeah, that is it. Next Wednesday, what do we want to make, guys? I made this. I was thinking we could make this. It's like no-bake brownie batter. It literally takes like 5 minutes to make. It is so easy. It is so good. It's super rich, so you don't want much of it. Hey, Marianne. You just missed it. We made some paleo brownies. My face is really blurry on Facebook, but on YouTube it's good. So yeah, let me know what you want to make next week. I was saying about this paleo batter, paleo brownie dough batter. Like, it doesn't need to be baked. You just eat it. It doesn't have eggs or anything, so it's fine. You just make it, and it's really good. I'm making paleo carrot cake this weekend. That could be something to make. Let me know. Give me ideas. Give me what you want, what you don't want. Are you tired of me baking? I don't have to be here if you really don't want me to. And yeah, things are slowly gonna start getting better here in Virginia. At least we have a date, which is excellent. Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah, I love Brussels sprouts. But there's nothing to it. It's just chopping them, putting them in a high oven, getting really crispy, and eating them. They're so good. So yeah, okay, nobody has any suggestions for me right now. If you think of anything, text me, let me know. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. And that's all I've got. Enjoy the brownies. All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, no, wait. Not bye yet. I got to announce what we're doing tomorrow. We are in the kitchen, but we're in Madeline's kitchen. She's going to be making her lemon ginger like power drink. I'm forgetting what to say of it, but it is like super ultra concentrated. It's like a shot, right? So you just drink a little bit to boost your immune system. And she's making it. She always makes it. And she always talks about it. And we're excited to have her actually make it. I'm gonna follow along. You'll need lemons. You'll need ginger. You'll need honey, Manuka honey, ideally, and turmeric. I think those are the 4 things. If I'm missing something, let me know. But that's what we're making tomorrow at this time. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys, okay? Have a great evening. Now is an official goodbye. Bye. Bye.